Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video, and thank you for another video coming through. This is gonna be one on mastering. You guys really enjoyed the mastering beats video I did, so today I'm gonna show you guys how to master a song with actual lyrics in it, step by step, how I go about doing it. Just like in the last video, I'm gonna be showing my steps on how I personally master, and you can take these steps for yourself and mix them up and change them up. I will be using Ozone 8 once again because I think it's the easiest way to master in my opinion, but you don't need Ozone 8, and really there is no rules to mastering. I'll just show you my techniques, my thought process, and how I go about mastering a full song, so you can hopefully do your own mastering or such and blah 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 and make your song sound good, so you can upload them to Spotify, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, goddamn, iTunes, Tidal, all that good stuff. So let's jump right into this and get to this video. So here we are once again in Studio One. I do apologize, I'm in Studio One, but like I said, you can do this in anything, doesn't really matter. This is a song by one of my artists called Jumpman Don Don. This is a song Tax Season. It's on all streaming sites right now. You can search it up. I'll put a link in the description below. You can check out the full song. The song was originally mastered by Abbey Road Studios, but today I'm gonna remaster it and put my own sauce to it. So let's go ahead and just play a little sample of it, and then we'll get right into mastering it.
Ways to go get it with 7 strings, you can count them a million. I'm running these bucks down, I can feel it. My position in the cold world, clutching heat like I'm born with it. While they sucking, they throwing with it. I be spitting that fire like a dragon, I cook shit. Whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Olympian. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me.
So you can see it was recorded at Patchwork Studios up in Atlanta, Georgia. So really dope, really good quality, high quality. Use all the best gear and all that up there. Ran through the SSL board, all that good stuff. And as you can see, if you look up in here, the beat is sitting around -12 dB.
I'm jumped on one. I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up
between -12 and -6. I did say that in my last video. That's just to make sure I got enough headroom. And yeah, so it's pretty much good to master, so I can really push it. So let me go ahead and throw Ozone 8 up in here. So here is Ozone 8. Now we'll not be using none of the function, none of the automatic mastering tools. We're doing this step by step and show you how you can do this individually by yourself using any plugins, any DAW, or using Ozone 8 by itself. So first off, just like in my last video, I'm gonna set my ceiling and see how loud I can actually push this. I got my metering set to LUFS, and if you don't know that, you just go to integrated, not integrated, but we're going to do short term and then stereo, and that's going to show you the LUFS system. And like I said, once again, I'm going to try to aim about -9 dB, somewhere in there, or until it starts distorting, and see how loud I can actually push it. So let's go. And also, you want to kind of play your beat at the most loudest part of your song, but since this beat's pretty loud all the way through, pretty consistent, I can just play it anywhere really, and it's good to go. So let's see how loud I can push this song.
with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. And no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handle.
So about my threshold at -9, I can get close to about -9 LUFS, and that's perfect. So I'm gonna leave it right there and do all my adjustments through the limiter. That's why I like to do all my adjustments through the limiter, because that way I can see what it's doing and what my final output is gonna be throughout. Now remember, if you can, please listen to this on headphones or some good speakers. That way you can really hear the subtle nuances I'm gonna be doing throughout here. So just like in my first video, what we're gonna start off with is just first we're probably gonna start off with some compression. I'm gonna do a little bit of compression just to kind of give it some feeling, kind of glue it together. You can use EQ first if you want to. I would like to do compression first, especially when it's something like this. So I could use the dynamics right here, or I could use the vintage limiter, but since not everybody's gonna have the vintage stuff, we'll use the regular dynamics. I do like to work with one band. That's just how I do. The ratio, we're gonna stick to 2:1, because 2:1 usually the best ratio for that. I like to do an attack of 30 milliseconds. That's just personal. And then I like to set this based off the BPM. And I think the BPM of this song is 140, if I'm not mistaken. The BPM of this song was 140. Matter of fact, let me check real quick. So I'm back. The BPM is actually 180 or 138. So what I'm gonna do is go to my calculator. Gonna do the simple math once again. So it's 60,000 divided by 138, and we get about 434. So we'll do 135 or 435. I said 135. We'll do 435 as the release, and that'll give us kind of release with that. People keep asking me, some people ask me where did I get the 60,000 from. Well, 60,000 milliseconds, I think, is 1 second, if I'm not mistaken. So it's that's 1/10 of a second. That's for 60,000. So when you divide that, you get the release time in milliseconds. Get it? So that's how you get it. So 60,000 divided by the BPM will give you the release time in milliseconds. I also can give you the reverb times and delay times as well. So just for people who want to know. So let's see what this sounds like, and we'll go.
Handles up, move the pack like a point guard, and I shoot for the 3, call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special.
Now I'm getting about 5 dB of compression, so we're just gonna bring that back to get about however much you want. So 2, 3 would be fine with me.
And I'm busting this shit down to the roots. You looking for this, I can't help you. Switch to the flow, they can't keep up. My foot to the middle, they eating the dust.
Okay, so that's about good. Now we're gonna put in the auto gain, just because the auto gain is usually good. Now you can definitely gain it up yourself if you want to. I like to use auto gain. Well, I'm gonna use gain it myself. I'm gonna just gain it up 2 dB. That way it just kind of complements it. And then yeah, let's see what it sounds like.
These niggas a lie, I cannot trust them. Talk to the hand, don't talk to the muscle. I'm counting the count, I'm surrounded by lie. Smoking it down, I plug out the pound. Eating like February in no fat.
Okay, there's a little distortion in there because my limiter, so I probably had to back my limiter off at the end but it should be good. We're gonna just switch the order also. I forgot to switch the order around. So let's listen to that again.
No fat as a motherfucker. Hold up, wait, my nigga. Better keep that shit quiet. Keep that shit quiet. You move your ways to go get it with 7 strings. You can count them a million. I'm running these bucks down. I can feel it. My position in the cold real clutching heat like I'm born with it. While they sucking, they throwing with it. I be spitting that fire like a dragon. I cook shit. Whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one. I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit.
Okay, that sounds a lot better. See, yeah, remember to switch your orders around. I think I did that last video. I forgot to switch the orders around, and it made it different. So yeah, make sure the order is in the right order going through your chain. So that sounds good. And like I say, if we bypass it and then gain match it, you'll be able to hear the subtle differences.
Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. And no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille.
Very subtle, but it works. And then like I said, I always like to add in a high pass filter to my compressor if you can do that. And we just leave it around, see, solo it.
I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up.
So anything below 200 hertz is not going to be affecting my compressor. All right, next is going to be EQ. That's what I like to do. I like to use my EQ. And one thing I like to do is I like to high pass stuff. I always like to high pass a little bit just because it just helps it out a little bit. We can set this to about 20 hertz. And then I like to low pass in the same way. So low pass, I'm going to do 20 kilohertz. And that's just to kind of keep all that sizzle on the end down. Now, this song, we're going to listen to it and see what problem areas we have and see what we can fix.
I like a dragon, I cook shit. Whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one. I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit.
The vocals sound good. I think I'm gonna bring the vocals out just a little bit more, and I think there's some low mids that I can scoop out just a little bit to kind of clean it up a little bit. So we'll do that. One thing I like about Ozone, if you hold the Alt button and click, you can solo band so you can hear exactly what's going on. Let's see if we can find some kind of muffled areas in here. So after a good 2-3 minutes trying to figure out what was going on, I realized I had the post EQ instead of regular EQ, and I couldn't bypass or solo the stuff. So make sure you're using the right EQ. That's crazy because it does come with 2 different EQs. One is post and one is pre, and that can make a big difference. So now I should be able to solo my bands.
But you eat like I'm born with it.
Yeah, so if you hold Alt and click, you can solo bands and you can actually hear what's going on. So let's see if we can find the mud and where the vocals sit, so we can enhance that. Well, not enhance the mud, but get rid of the mud and enhance the vocals.
They sucking, they throwing with it. I be spitting that fire like a dragon, I cook shit. Whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one. I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. And no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach.
So to me, up in that kind of 413 range, you hear a little bit of that honkiness, that mud, that kind of boxiness. We're gonna get rid of some of that, so I'm gonna put 413. And because we're mastering, we're gonna do like very gentle Q. So we're gonna do about maybe 1 dB, and then make sure it's a wide Q. That way it's kind of doing a broad sweep. Cause like I say, we're mastering and we're affecting all the frequencies, we're affecting the whole mix. So we want to make sure that it's not like really too drastic or too surgical. If you need to do stuff too dramatic, go back into the mix phase and do that. But mastering is very subtle changes. Now we're gonna see if we can find where the vocals are and enhance the vocals and just kind of bring them out just a little bit, not too much.
Coach, pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard, and I shoot for the three. Call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special, and I'm busting this shit down to the roots. You looking for this? I can't help you. Switch up the flow, they can't keep up. My foot to the middle.
So about 4K is where I'm hearing it, you know, and it's gonna be different for every song. So you know, just do it based off your song. We're gonna boost it about 1 dB. Nothing special there. And once again, we're gonna make it a wide Q. That way, it's kind of just affecting everything.
Middle, they eating the dust. These niggas a lie. I cannot trust them. Talk to the hand, don't talk to the muscle. I'm counting, surrounded by lie. Smoking it down, I plug out the pound. Eating like February, and I'm fat as a motherfucker. Hold up, wait, my nigga. Better keep that shit quiet.
And we need to bypass it.
Quiet, keep that shit quiet. You moving ways to go get it with 7 strings. You can count up a million. I'm running these bucks down. I can feel it. My palms itching in the cold world. Clutching heat like I'm born with it.
And see, it just brings it out very gently, very subtly. Like I said, mastering is not to do big dramatic things. You're just doing little bitty things over a time, a period, to just kind of enhance it. Like mastering should be like the last 10% of your mix, last 10, 15% of your mix. You should do the whole, you should get the mix where you want to be in the mixing phase, not the mastering phase. So moving along, we're going to do some stereo widening because that's what I love doing, like making things sound wider than life. And with, you know, being a full song with actual vocals in it, you should be able to hear the effect a lot more drastically. So let's go ahead and use the locate band and learn bands, and then I'm just gonna enhance stuff based off, you know, the different frequencies.
While they sucking, they throwing with it. I be spitting that fire like a dragon. I cook shit, whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pipping it.
All right, now, like I said, I'm just going to solo each band and just boost it depending on what it is. And remember, anything that goes below 0 is out of phase. So try to avoid your widening or your stereo field to go below 0 if at all possible.
Now smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my hand.
So you see that's going past 0, so it's gonna narrow that up a little bit so it don't.
My handles up, move the pack like a point guard, and I shoot for the 3. Call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special, and I'm busting this shit down to the roots. You looking for this? I can't help you. Switch up the flow, they can't keep up. My foot to the middle, they eating the dust. These niggas a lie.
Okay, that's gonna keep it from going out of phase. And then we'll see if we're gonna widen this a little bit.
I cannot trust. Talk to the hand, no talk to the muscle. I'm counting, surrounded by lie. Smoking that shit, whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pipping it. Call me jumped on one. I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some.
Okay, that's good. Honestly, I like to switch to this view because you can really see your stuff going out of phase.
Some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. And no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up.
Oh, went out of phase a little bit, so.
I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard, and I shoot for the 3. Call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special, and I'm busting this shit down to the roots. You looking for this? I can't help you.
All right, now let's unlisten. Now let's bypass and see what it sounds like.
Switch up the flow, they can't keep up. My foot to the middle, they eating the dust. These niggas a lie. I cannot trust them. Talk to the hand, no talk to the muscle. I'm counting, surrounded by lie. Smoking it down, I plug out the pound. Eating like February, and I'm fat as a motherfucker.
Okay, so.
Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pipping it. Call me jumped on one. I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. And no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping.
As you see, when I bypass it, it just goes all out of phase. So that was an issue. So I did clean that up once, you know, I did that. I did clean it up so it's not always going out of phase. And like I said, that's just to help it to where when it's in the stereo field, you don't have phase cancellation. So, you know, and also wisen up a little bit. And then once again, we're going to add some harmonic excitement or distortion or saturation to the overall mix. You know, that's just what I do. Same thing. I learn the situation, learn the frequency bands, and then just add saturation in each band to taste, pretty much.
Real clutching heat like I'm born with it. While they sucking, they throwing with it. I be spitting that fire like a dragon. I cook shit, whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan.
And I always find that this part always yields the best results. I'm going to delete one of these bands and just work with 3. I think that's all I really need. And I always find out, like I said, when doing this in this way, this gives me the biggest dramatic change to my mastering chain or my masters in general. So let's just go through each individual band and just add some saturation to it.
Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one, I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up in some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. Ain't no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard. And I shoot for the three, call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special. And I'm busting this shit down to the roots. You looking for this, I can't help you. Switch up the flow.
That analog just always sounds good. So now we're just going to bring it up. Let's see. To it's good. You can hear it, but it's not too much.
They can't keep up. My foot to the middle, they eating the dust. These niggas a lie. I cannot trust them. Talk to the hand or talk to the muscle.
Okay, and then same thing with the mid band.
Why they sucking, they throwing with it. I be spitting that fire like a dragon. I cook shit. Whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one, I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. Ain't no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard.
Yeah, we'll bring that down just a little bit.
And I shoot for the three, call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special. And I'm busting this shit down to the roots. You looking for this, I can't help you. Switch up the flow, they can't keep up. My foot to the middle, they eating the dust. These niggas a lie, I cannot trust them. Talk to the hand or talk to the muscle. I'm counting, surrounded by loud. Smoking it down, I plug out the pound. Eating like February, and I'm fat as a motherfucker. Hold up, wait, my nigga. Better keep that shit quiet. You move with it, I be spitting that fire like a dragon. I cook shit, whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Libyan. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one, I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina.
All right, let's bypass that and see what that sounds like. So.
And I blow right past shit. Ain't no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard. And I shoot for the three, call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like
It's just always when I add that harmonic excitement or that saturation to my masters, it always yields the biggest results and gives me that extra, like I said, that extra 2%, extra 10% or 5% or whatever I need to get it to the full 100% polished sound. So that's usually all I do. I'm just going to once again check the limiter to make sure everything's straight, to make sure I'm sitting at around -9 lux, you know, so we'll just do that.
Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one, I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. Ain't no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty.
And yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I feel like that's gonna really go, and I can double check right up in here to make sure I'm sitting around the LUFS same.
I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard. And I shoot for the three, call me Doug Curry. I had the tree like it's special. And I'm busting this shit down.
So yeah, we're doing pretty good right there. And that's pretty much about it. Now, since this is a mastered song and it is going to go to different streaming sites, we are going to want to add in some dithering and dither to about 16 bits, depending on where you're uploading it to. If you're uploading it to, like I said, spot streaming sites that usually want a 16-bit wave file of some sort. I don't know if they take 24-bit, they might, but I know 16-bit would be good. So if you are going to do that, make sure you add some dithering in there. That way you can just, when it converts from 24-bit to 16-bit, it'll just fill in all the gaps that you're losing for the bits you're losing, and just kind of keep it consistent by adding just a little bit of noise in there. So you can do that if you need to. And yeah, so let's go back to and also I do want to add a ceiling to this, because we don't want to have any intermittent peak, inner sample peaks, you know, anything going past 0. So we're just going to set that at -1 dB, because like I said, we're going to be uploading to streaming sites, and if anything goes past 0, even for a split second, iTunes will not accept it. So make sure that you don't have no intermittent peaks just by adding a ceiling of -1. If you need to, add yourself another limiter and also put a ceiling of that. Like, one thing I like to do is add in my K-Clip plugin, because it's a really good plugin. And then I also like to put a ceiling of about -1, and that's just going to keep it from going past -1. Just ensure this is a safety net to make sure that when I upload it to iTunes, that it's going to go through with no problem. So now let's look into the before and after mastering. And before mastering, we unlink the game master or game matching, and yeah, you see. So
down to the roots. You looking for this, I can't help. Back and I cook shit, whip it up, let the wrist in it. Boy, I'm talking the track and I run like a Olympian. Smack the beat like I'm pimping it. Call me jumped on one, I'm talking some slick shit. I slid up with some fast shit. Boy, the horse got the stamina, I blow right past shit. And no choking, so gas shit. Shit loud, smelling like some skunk coach. Pockets fat, looking like a fake booty. Eat plenty cheese, ratatouille. I wait for the Call of Duty. I'm getting my ammo up. I'm stepping my handles up. Move the pack like a point guard, and I shoot for the three.
And there you go, how to master a complete song step by step by using individual, you know, plugins or individual modules, or just doing it yourself without any automated stuff to get a very good master that I think will actually go and be released up on iTunes, Spotify, all that, and actually do very well. So that's how I do it. If you like anything that I do, use my example, use my tips to your own and make your own masters and get the sound that you're looking for. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can that, you know, are relevant to the whole thing or whatever. If you got any questions, I'll try to answer as many as I can. So if you enjoyed this video, like always, thumb the video up. If you didn't like the video, hit that dislike button 2 times. And with that being said, y'all know who it is, your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different. Not motivated by the money, but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. And if you enjoyed the video, let me know, and let me know what you guys want to see in the future. So that being said, hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.